welcome everyone to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will put total leather and will get started. Bringing it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the tailback. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
How big can this be for this offense, taking advantage of the turnover and starting with the first and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. That Miami offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, no! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You just throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying play action. And now the ball's loose in the end zone. Defense coming up with a huge... Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one.
That shit garbage what just happened to me. I'm coming back on your ass.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Going up top on first down. He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Hurricanes line it up with a first and goal. Was to pass. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
From the gun. He wants it all. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on fourth down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll give it to the back. That's a pick. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Second down coming up.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. The running back has it. At the 35, he's loose. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Can anyone catch it? And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Fires to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Miami! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now they'll run it on the toss. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Using his feet. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room. It's Ivory. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks, but, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Seminoles are on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
A lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wide receiver shows motion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Well, play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking the shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man, and they convert. Running toward the tape. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that garbage shit.
Perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the...
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that can score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. The throw to the outside is complete. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's third down. They want to just keep throwing it. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Canes are in the red zone.
Brings up second down.
On second down, looking to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Selvia. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Dances away. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Feeling some heat. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 4 over South Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
With jet sweep pass. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off the play fake on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Using his legs, it's Selvia. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play.
He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Line getting set on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting in it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. At the 20, he's got space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
On the ready. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 28, Miami 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Going to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown Seminoles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Gets away from 1. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll fire to his right. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to fire deep. Grabs it inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give as they work on that clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Quick handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Shakes off the defender. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
35, Miami, 21.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He finds his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Pocket starts to collapse. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the quarterback is snowed under. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Timeout, Miami.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Florida State.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this to extend the lead late. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
Florida State, 35. Miami, 29.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable.
Going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. And you wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's going to pass. He's right on target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get